On the broadcast. PKD Nambiar, political analyst, is with us on the show. PKD, I'll begin with you. Well, the Madhya Pradesh battle may start tomorrow, but the war has been raging on for a number of terms now.
You said very correct that there was some kind of anti-incumbency or whatever you can call it, like maybe a little fatigue or etc. This was happening till 3 months back. Most of the poll pundits and strategies, and also the people who are in the television screen every day, always saying, no, Madhya Pradesh is going to be very tough for BJP. Mamaji is not going to come back, and etc. etc. But then there is a turnaround. In the last month, there was a complete change. And I'm not saying that it is, oh yes, BJP is going to win with a big margin and etc. But there is a close, very, very tight fight is going on. So it's not a one way, whether it is for a Congress or for the BJP. It's a tight competition wherein the offers are just like a water. It's going on for 50 rupees. But then one thing you need to understand, there is a huge change which has taken place over the last few years. That is, women voters are becoming the main target of all political parties. And in the case of Madhya Pradesh, the Ladli Behna scheme, wherein the people, the women of the state were started getting money on their bank account. And as I always say, that if you're empowering a woman, that means you're empowering a family. And that's the way a society needs to be built up. And the large number of women voters are increasing everywhere, irrespective of from earlier it used to be only in Kerala and West Bengal, the communist ruled states used to have the number of women voters more. But even now, if it is even in UP or in Bihar also, the women are the focus. So as the manifesto, whether it is in Rajasthan or in Madhya Pradesh or in elsewhere, they were talking about a 450 rupees of the LPG cylinder for those who are part of the Ujjwala scheme, so on and so forth. So there is a hardcore fight which is on. I think it's not one way, either for the Congress, nor for the BJP. But yes, 20 years of fatigue, definitely there will be some amount of, but these fatigues have been taken care by bringing the top leaders from the center. Also 7 MPs are contesting in Madhya Pradesh from the BJP side, and also not projecting anybody as a chief ministerial candidate to take out that 20 years of fatigue. And I'm sure that there may be a possibility that Shivraj Singh Chauhan, if they will come back, will bring him back as a chief minister, maybe, because he's definitely the most popular leader. And the kind of anti-incumbency we were all expecting for a government from the last 20 years ruling is not there for sure. So another thing is that the Jyotiraditya Scindia factor. People were talking about, oh, Jyotiraditya Scindia's popularity is gone and etc. But in the Chambal region and some of the other, Gwalior region, if you really look at it, the Jyotiraditya Scindia has got an X amount of vote, which was once upon a time a Congress vote. And on top of it, BJP was always been strong with as a cadre. I think that cadre plus the Jyotiraditya Scindia vote will also be a good catch going to be for the BJP. Because of this Ladli Behna scheme, the tribal votes, even in the Bundelkhand or in all these areas, the women are going to be, in fact, men started asking that, yaar, hamare liye kya hai? So I think that's a big achievement for a government. But yes, Congress is putting up a very, very strong fight. And in fact, in the Hindi belt or in the cow belt, as it used to be said, that this is the only place few places where Congress has got something to fight for. In the Lok Sabha, when it comes to Lok Sabha, in all these places, the Congress, the BJP completely takes over, or the Modi wave matters. I think it's a tight fight, but it is not anymore the 3 months old story, wherein the TV studios have now started becoming a little towards the neutral, rather than going that, oh yes, Shivraj Singh Chauhan's government is gone, and the BJP is not going to be there in the Madhya Pradesh. And the same is in the case of Rajasthan. In a way, if you really look at it, Vineet, this election, this 5-stage election, BJP has only got one state, which is Madhya Pradesh, as they are ruling. But if you really look at it, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, all these places, Congress is ruling. So Congress has much more to be aware.
PKD, on what you have said as well. PKD, there obviously seems to be some sort of a dissent when it comes to having Mr. Shivraj as the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Do you concur with that? And do you think that is perhaps also a worry for the Bharatiya Janata Party?
I don't think so. See, a good dynamic political party or in any organization, whether it is private or government, it needs to have dynamically, according to the time, the people and the leadership should keep on changing and evolving. I would not say changing, it is more of like evolving a political party. You remember that how many chief ministers have been replaced, whether it is in Uttarakhand, Gujarat, and many other places by the BJP. Have you ever heard of one even revolt? Never. So that's the quality of an organization which is dynamic, which works in the interest of these karyakartas and at the public interest of the country or the state which it is ruling. So I think there is a lot to learn. I think my friend from the other side was just talking about that. Oh yes, there is a fight. So the fight after 20 years later, also a government is able to have a strong fight. That itself is a victory, my dear friend. Otherwise, in a normal case, a 20-year government, even you have seen that 15 years of government, most of the governments have been in India. 15 years they have been asked to vacate the seat by the people of the country after elections, except one or two places. So I think 20 years of ruling is a big thing. There may be some amount of fatigue. The party like a BJP knows how to handle that kind of a fatigue. That is where the fresh faces, even the senior most people they are not going to be in that safest seats. They are going and fighting at the places where the Congress MLAs were there. So I think the bottom line is that whether who wins, who loses, we all get to know only on December 3rd. The fight which the BJP could really place is really an amazing and worth good for our democracy. On the contrary, the Congress, I think we have all seen that how the brother and sister is performing on the ground.
All right. Let me just quickly take a short break, but I'd like to thank all my guests for being a part of this conversation.